This blueprint is the Phantom's Call, and it's for the Kastov 7.4U. If you're wondering how to get it, stay tuned because I will walk you through exactly what you need to do to get this blueprint for arguably the best AR in the game right now. In today's video, I'll be sharing what I think are currently the best tips for playing better and getting more wins in Warzone 2. First, let's talk about loadouts. So according to callofduty.com, the free loadouts drop anytime between 2nd and 6th circle. The fastest way in Warzone 2 to get your loadout would be to do in-game events called strongholds. After the first circle closes, 3 stronghold icons will appear on your map. If you're the first team to get to a stronghold, you'll need to fight through AI and disarm a bomb. Also, just so you know, when people arrive at strongholds, the icon turns red, indicating to everyone else on the map that actual players are there. So be careful and keep an eye out. And since there's only 3 on the map, this is going to attract a lot of attention. After disarming the bomb, a mini UAV will start to pulse from the building. This is only available to the first team on the site, and the UAV lasts until the building is in the gas. So once the bomb is disarmed, everyone in your team will have the ability to get their complete loadout with perks and everything. This is absolutely the fastest way to get your loadout in Warzone 2. It's a high risk and high reward system. You could also buy loadout guns at all of the buy stations for $5,000. Keep in mind, you can only buy your primary weapon, so make sure to have classes set up where an SMG is set as your primary. Quick side note, the fact that you could purchase a loadout gun at any buy station, in my opinion, makes overkill kind of useless. Since we can't make custom perk packages at the moment, the ones that I would recommend you use are Commando and Warden. The main reason I use these packages is because of the bonus perk Fast Hands, which lets you swap, reload, and use equipment a lot faster. That makes a huge difference for me playing in Warzone 2. Now let's go back to loadouts. The method that I use to get my loadout as soon as possible is by landing on the safecracker contracts, trying to get these done as quickly as possible.
Holding high-value equipment. Secure the contents.
After completing this contract, you will have at least $10,000. I quickly get to a buy station, purchase 1 primary loadout gun, rush to a stronghold as soon as they're available, and then pick up my secondary loadout build there. Also, after defusing the bomb, you can pick up a key for the black site. The black site is where you can get the Kastov blueprint I showed at the beginning of the video. The black site building is located in a set spot on the map labeled with this icon. This building is filled with AI, and they seem to be a little more difficult than the stronghold AIs, so just keep that in mind. After some time, a Juggernaut will appear with a green skull as its icon, and this is the boss for this in-game event. After defeating the Juggernaut, you will receive a ton of good loot like an advanced UAV, durable gas masks, and the Kastov 7.4U blueprint. Everyone in your team should be leaving the black site with over 15k and will be fully kitted for the end game. If you are chasing wins and maybe trying to get the nuke in Warzone, I highly recommend this strategy to increase your chances. The second tip will be about your settings. Most people will have a majority of their settings squared away from Warzone 1, but there are a few differences in Warzone 2, so we'll go over this quickly. In the controller folder under the gameplay tab, go to interact/reload behavior, and I recommend you set it to prioritize interact. I choose this setting because when running around in gunfights, I like to be able to prioritize interacting with my surroundings like opening and closing doors. This also means that in order to reload, you would have to hold the reload button. This is how Warzone 1 was set up, and at this point, it's just second nature to me. Also, under armor plate behavior, make sure apply all is selected, so you only have to press and hold this button 1 time in order to apply all 3 of your plates. Now let's move over to the advanced section in controller and scroll down to movement behaviors. Now I have automatic airborne mantle on, so I don't have to press the jump button multiple times in order to get up on roofs and ledges. This will also turn on ground mantle by default, which will make you mantle on objects that are on the ground. This setup is how it was in Warzone 1, and this is just my preference. Now, let's go to your graphics folder and let's talk about your FOV. Most people know about this, but the default is 80, and the higher the number, the wider your point of view will be. FOV really all depends on how close you sit to your monitor or TV, but I recommend anywhere between 100 to 120 so you can have more visibility of your surroundings. My personal preference is 120. Also, make sure to go down to ADS field of view and make sure to have affected on. This helps with reducing visual recoil. Also, go down to first person camera movement and bring this down to least 50%. This helps with keeping camera shake and movement of the screen to a minimum. Let's move over to the quality part of graphics and make sure depth of field, World and weapon motion blur are both off. The last thing in settings I'd recommend is to change the color of your ping. The default white ping to me is a little hard to see, so go to interface, and under readability, go to color customization, and under interface element colors, select neutral, make it whatever color you want, turn the saturation and brightness all the way up. Make sure to select apply custom color so your changes take effect. I think the pings in this game are still a little hard to see, but this definitely helps. Now that the settings are out of the way, the last tip will be about gameplay. This game is very different from Warzone. With slide canceling and bunny hop gone, your go-to way for breaking cameras and breaking ankles will be to jump around corners. Also, a new way I found to reset your attack sprint is to equip your lethal and quickly cancel with triangle or Y if you're on Xbox. Do this twice and it will reset your attack sprint, similar to what slide canceling did. Another important addition to Warzone 2 is the 3-plate vest. According to CallOfDuty.com, having 3 plates prevents the player from getting downed by one-shots. In theory, you won't get headshot sniped. A new mechanic in Warzone 2 is having the ability to interrogate downed enemies, which will reveal their teammates on the minimap. The enemy teammates will stay on the map until the downed player bleeds out, so make sure to keep him alive, and you can also see his teammates through the walls. The backpack system is very handy in this game. A lot of people think it's clunky, but you just have to get used to it. And you can actually stash kill streaks and self-reses in your bag. This is actually super important and can be clutch in those end game situations. Proximity chat is very cool and entertaining, but if a team is on Discord, they will have a huge advantage over the in-game comms team. The Discord team will be able to hear the proxy chat, but the in-game comms team will not be able to hear the Discord team's comms. Keep that in mind.
Gas is moving in. New safe zone located.
So those are all my tips for Warzone 2. If you found this helpful in any way, consider subscribing here to the YouTube channel and checking out the Twitch stream where we're live every day. I'll have all of my socials in the description below. I hope you guys have banger games. Good luck, have fun, and as per usual, I'll see you sooner than later. Peace. Also, feel free to stick around and watch me clutch up my first ever dub in Warzone 2.
Requesting close air. Target marked.
Longbow 3-1. Target acquired. Strike inbound. Impact. No hit.